Hi, precious spirit souls. Today's speaker E.T. on LifeTree TV. Nice to see you here again. This time I'm going to speak to you directly about the collapse of a religious matrix prepared by the heaven. Let me say again, the collapse of a religious matrix prepared by the heaven. And again, prepared by the heaven. Characteristics of a material civilization depend on circumstances of a planet such as oxygen concentration, degree of gravity, climate, and so on. The difference between the Oriental and Western civilization stems from different circumstances. To adapt to environments, many appointments and regulations are made, and the must do and must not is born. Common laws corresponding to the given conditions of surroundings are formed naturally, and this becomes culture. As uncertainty of the future increases, as threat of survival increase, it's necessary to determine relationship between human and the God. The human who has fear on the invisible world has made various illusions about the God, which have nothing to do with the cosmic truth or practicality in terms of solving uncertainty of today and tomorrow. Particular thoughts and ideologies about the God were formed in the limits of human consciousness and fell into expedients to guarantee both benefit of a ruling class and interest of an intellectual class. By the name of God, by the title of province of heaven, or under the mask of the wills of God, the God provided theoretical foundations which human governed, used and exploited another human. The God has degenerated into the stuffed God, trapped in the holy scriptures and images, once wearing the coat of a monster whose name is called religion. The God made by humans' needs has ruled humans' life, as people believed it as the truth itself by themselves. The believing was forced to compel someone to accept the other's God. The ones who have different concepts about the God became enemies of the others. Interpreting the God to one's own advantage, the religion became the root of disputes and conflicts between tribes and tribes, between races and races, and between nations and nations. Everything in the world changes. Everything is evolving constantly through changes. But the religion is the only thing among the things created by mankind which doesn't change. The religion is in the genesis of the material matrix made by human beings. And in the genesis of the religion, a monster lives there, which is called the God. As the religion meets power and authority, the God gradually resembles human beings. As rooted in fear of human beings, as eating ignorance of human beings, the God takes diversifications, and then various gods are born, which resemble human beings more and more. As the gods who judge, punish, praise, and award humans, as the gods who give good fortunes to the human, as the gods who think, feel, and act like humans. In addition, the religion was created. The religion came to be institutionalized and authorized in the genesis of the material matrix. The God created by humans began to restrain and judge humans And finally, the human race has fallen to the slaves of the gods. The God represents the consciousness of the human beings in their times and is created by the human needs. Nevertheless, mankind has not yet created the God newly, which could properly balance the consciousness of human beings with the quantum leap developed of a production capacity. In the time of adopting fifth dimensional science technology civilization, mankind did not take another step from the past paradigm, which had been made around 2,000 or 3,000 years ago. Never has mankind evolved any further in the field of the God. Mankind is still believing the stuffed God who are trapped in the holy scriptures without recognizing needs of the new God. Nowadays, people have lost the God in their lives more and more. Quite a long time ago, the God has fallen into just the being who gives only good fortunes. The material matrix cannot be broken without expansion of the consciousness regarding to the God. It's because that the material matrix is protected and led by the religion and authority. Disruption of a material civilization means the fall of a production capacity, which is fundamental in the material world, and will start from collapse of the religions. To open and start a new spiritual civilization, old-fashioned matrix of religion must be destroyed. Also, the new knowledge about the new God is needed. The universal truth and reality, which reflects the universal consciousness of the universe beyond the Earth's atmosphere, is needed in this turning point of Earth's civilization for the new heaven, new Earth, and new universe. This is called dimensional ascension of the Earth and the termination of the material civilization. Heaven thus have a detailed and elaborate plan to incapacitate the religion like follows. There will be lots of fights and chaos, like a war between pastor and believer, between Buddhist monk and believer, between priest and believer, between intellectual and religious man, between parents and children, between teachers and students, between colleagues, and so on. These competitions and struggles will be caused by the differences in religious faith and personal values. These arguments and struggles will become fierce gradually. Throughout the natural catastrophes, the existing religions will be useless. Also, the existing religions will fail to win the heart of human beings. This is Armageddon and the spiritual war. Lots of fake prophets who are very skillful and have special roles of the darkness are being prepared by the heaven. The time of fear and terror will come. The last day of chaos and confusion is coming. Only the light workers, albeit their numbers are small, will stand up in front of the human race as a ray of light. They'll spread out the universal truth and lead the human race to the future. The fierce spiritual war will be led by the light workers who have the light matrix or darkness matrix, according to each one's role. Armageddon will flare out all over the globe until light and darkness is united. Going through Armageddon, they'll fight each other at the risk of their lives, at the risk of their faith, at the risk of their beliefs, and all the existing religions shall collapse, and the new consciousness will begin to surface like a dawn. Now it is the time to demolish the old-fashioned religious matrix, which has been maintained and managed for a long time in order to help the evolution of mankind's spiritual journey. All of these have been planned and prepared by the heaven. And the time is now. As long as knows it, as nobody senses it, it has already begun. Good luck to everyone. June 14, 2016, Udeka Wright. Translated by E.T. Thank you.